afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I can't actually believe we're on Wednesday already and I had to go and do the food shop. I have procrastinated over doing the shopping for so long that there is literally no food in the house. So I've been to Sainsburys and Reese is already rummaging. I've been to Sainsburys and to Aldi and I've started the Christmas food shopping. So
then it all gets put on the side there and we all just
I don't think it's going to be as much this Christmas as last.
That £45 gift card, don't I? So I could put
that was a nice offer of you, Reese. I'm going to hold you to that.
Well, I was going to buy all the
Reese got his
I was going to buy all the Christmas outfits.
You could do. Reese got his Christmas bonus from work, and he's just, you heard it here first, offered to contribute to the Christmas food shop. But yeah, I've started getting some Christmas food and taking the money off of my nectar. I also got a couple of Christmas presents, which I can't show you because they are for Jamie and Reese is right here, and Jamie was already trying to see what I had in my trolley as I was doing my shopping. So those together...
Was in the toy sale?
Yeah, I did. Those together came to just over £20. I also have got myself a new pair of pyjamas. Now, I shared a link to the ones I was hoping to get yesterday, and actually, when I saw them, I didn't want those ones anymore because they were like a cotton material, and these are that super soft, fleecy material. So I went for these ones instead. 20% off all clothing at the moment, so they were 16 and then 20% off of that. So treating myself to some new jammies, and yeah, got some Christmas food shopping, including the Christmas, or a couple of the Christmas meats. So every Christmas I do the same: beef, gammon and turkey, and then all the leftovers, obviously Boxing Day and so on and so on. Really excited for Christmas this year because Kev will not be working. His new job means he gets every weekend off, and he also gets almost 2 weeks off at Christmas. So I am excited for that. So yeah, I'm going to put out what I've got, show you what I've got, and then tell you what the damage was, because it was expensive. So let's just get straight in with the Christmas food. I've got a tub of treelets. I do actually already have one tub, so now I have 2 tubs. They were £2. Mini Twiglets, also £2. Mini Toblerones, £3.50. After Eights, £3.50. Ferrero Rocher, £6.50. And Werther's Originals, £1. Felicity really loves these. In fact, one of them is going to be for Christmas and one is for a little treat now because she's not had any for ages and she does love them. And I just think it's super cute. And she loves a Werther's Original. They were my granddad's favourite sweet. But obviously he always had the hard-boiled little round ones. And I get her these softer ones because I worry about her teeth. So yeah, those are going to be a little treat for her in a moment. Well, for all of us. We'll all share them. I'm not going to give her the whole packet, although she would probably smash out a whole packet. We're not going to do that. So yeah, we've got £6.50, £3.50. I'm going to try and add it up in a second because I took £50 off with my nectar. I also had a couple of Christmas presents and a pair of pyjamas. So I don't think my actual food shopping was actually terribly expensive. So I've got a gammon. These are currently on nectar for £10. We had one over the weekend. We had a roast dinner on Sunday, and then, no, we didn't have it on Sunday. We had it on Monday. We had a roast dinner on Monday, and then yesterday we had a carbonara using what was left. So I managed to get 2 meals out of the one joint. And obviously, if you're a smaller family than us, you can get way more than that out of it. So yeah, that was a tenner. And beef is also half price. So that was £14 and 6p. So we're going to say 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 41, 42, 43, 50. £43.50 on those bits there. And I took £50 off of my nectar. And I also had pyjamas and 2 presents. So that's not too bad, is it? That is not bad at all. So the fresh food seems to get less and less and less every single week. But what we've got meat-wise for meals, I've got a large 2 kilograms of chicken breasts. This is going to do, part of this is going to do chicken and halloumi salad bowls, something we eat all of the time in the summer months, and we're kind of missing a little bit. So we're going to have it one evening, and a couple of the chicken breasts, which will be left over, are going to be put into a chicken chow mein. All depends, obviously, how many people are in for dinner on those nights, whether that will end up being enough. So there's hopefully 2 dinners there. When we do the chicken chow mein, I will get the noodles and the bean sprouts fresh. I didn't want to buy them today because I didn't want them to go off. They don't last very long. So I'll have to get those as we need them. I've got a medium chicken. These are currently on Nectar for, don't quote me fully, I think it's £4.35. It's definitely £4 something. I think it's 35. So that is going to do a chicken and leek pie. I had to get, well, I didn't have to, I got the cream for that from Aldi. Cream for this much in Sainsburys is £2.90. So I wondered whether it might be cheaper doing it from Aldi. It worked out 10 pence cheaper, so not a lot cheaper. Also from Aldi, I got burgers. I'll explain to you why I wanted burgers when I show you something that I picked up in Sainsburys when I do the cupboard items. But I think I'm going to do this evening. Beef burgers and wedges. Sausages, I'm going to do a sausage casserole. Now, you know me, I like the extra special sausages, and they've got a higher meat content, and they're just nicer in general. However, they're just getting so expensive, and if they're not on offer, they're just out of reach expensive. So I ended up going for these ones, which I think are £2.69 a pack. So that's for sausage casserole. I also have some meatballs in the freezer, so they'll be having those one night. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the meatballs, 6 meals, and we are going out for dinner on Thursday, tomorrow evening. We're eating out, so I have got a week covered. I've got some bacon, I've got some ham, I've also got 2 more chicken breasts. I'm going to marinate these, cook them, slice them up for sandwiches. It's cheaper to do that than it is to buy the already flavoured sandwich filler chicken. So I'm going to do that probably on the weekend, ready for the week ahead. Camembert was on offer, can't remember how much for, but it was relatively quite cheap, I think, which I thought, oh, that's a good price, but can't tell you how much it was. And Lissy loves one of those. Got some butter, I've got some sausage meat and some puff pastry for Sienna to make sausage rolls. It's something she really just enjoys doing when it's Christmas time, so she can make some sausage meat and cranberry sauce sausage rolls. I picked up some smoked cheddar. We've got quite a bit of cheddar still in the fridge because I bought one of the massive ones from Aldi the other day, and I thought, well, I don't really need any more cheese. And then I saw this was on offer, and I thought, well, that might make a bit of a change for Kev's sandwiches. So we could have like some smoked cheese and ham and some chutney. Just thought it might be a little bit different. It was £3. I've got halloumi, some dairy cheese spread, that's on Nectar for £1.50. Felicity quite partial to a cheese spread and cucumber sandwich. The cream I've already said I got from Aldi. These are on Nectar. These ones were £2. These ones were £2.50. Kev likes these ones. Frozen, I just got some peas and some of this. This was on Nectar for £1.90. I love this. We've had this the last couple of Christmases, and it's not gonna last till Christmas. It's not for our Christmas dinner. We will be having that probably on the side of the pie, more than likely. And then frozen from Aldi, I've got 2 things of the vegetable spring rolls, some honey roast parsnips, and 1 box of chicken steaks, so Riley can make himself chicken wraps. Oh, flaming hot. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Flaming hot chicken steaks in a fiery coating. Well, Riley will probably really like those. And I didn't even realise I'd done that. I didn't even realise I did a flaming hot one. But Riley will definitely be happy with that because he likes spicy things. But that wasn't intentional. Anyway, he'll make wraps out of those for school. when we have chicken chow mein, we will have some vegetable spring rolls. We will also have some chicken chunks as well, which I also get from Aldi, but they didn't have any today. They also didn't have any skin on fries, so I'm going to have to make wedges for tonight's dinner. I would have just done skin on fries in the air fryer, but I'm going to have to make them from scratch. But yeah, we normally have these chicken chunks, and Kev makes homemade sweet and sour sauce, and it's delicious. So we had that on Summer's birthday, and then we had it again the other day, and it's one of those meals which we all really like at the moment, so we'll probably have again, and I have it on repeat until we get fed up of it, like we did with the chicken salad and halloumi bowls back in the summer. And now we're like, oh, I actually kind of miss that, let's have it again. Missed off from the fresh was the 3 milks, of course. Also some Greek yogurt, which I've also just chucked in the fridge with the rest of it. I've got a bottle of orange and mango squash. I bought a bottle of apple and blackcurrant a couple of days ago. 4 bottles of sparkling water. I've got some pickle, because is it even the run up to Christmas if you're not buying pickle? Barbecue sauce, tomato ketchup and mayo. Now this is what I got to go in the beef burgers. Hot maple mayonnaise. I mean, that looks delicious, and it made me think about that World Heist burger that they did at McDonald's recently, and that had like a maple sauce in it. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to have a go at making some sort of burger. The only thing is I forgot to pick up gherkins, and you can't have burgers without gherkins, so I do need to grab some of those. I also got some beef dripping for doing roast potatoes. I usually go for goose fat, but this was largely cheaper, so I went for that. I got a stir-in sauce just because it's handy to have in the cupboard. I say this all the time, for the ones that just make themselves some pasta for lunch. Baked beans, tomato sauce, I was going to say, no, tomato soup, 2 tins of that. And to go in the chow mein, we're going to have some water chestnuts. I've got some sage and onion stuffing, some pasta, some porridge, and 2 things of cheese sauce. These were on Nectar, the Coleman's ones, for 60p. The girls and Riley just like to have porridge for their breakfast at the moment, so we're going through quite a lot of porridge oats, so that's a good thing though. Nice and cheap compared to all of the other cereals that are largely hugely expensive. I've got some eggs, just got the 1 pack because we just don't seem to be going through them as fast as we usually do. Chocolate bars for lunches. We've got some Lion bars, Kit Kats, Gold bars, Brunch bars, peanut and chocolate. These were reduced to clear because they're from the summer. Lemon meringue custard creams. I thought we'd give those a go. Bourbons, Oreos. Oreos are now 10p more when they're on Nectar than what they usually are. Mince pies, 2 for £2. Crisps, I've got some McCoys, some Crinklies and some Skips. Part-baked rolls, I'm about to put 1 pack of these in the oven because Reese wants some soup before he goes to work, and the girls have got the dippy cheese. I've got some bread, some wraps, 2 packs of wraps, and then from Aldi I've got some caster sugar and some light brown sugar because I realised after the girls made cookies the other day that we're almost out of both of those. Some Jaffa cakes, some macaroni because I forgot to pick that up in Sainsburys, and 2 packs of buns to go with the burgers. And that is all of my cupboard items, I believe. Then on to vegetables. I've got 2 bags of Maris Pipers. Those are currently on Nectar for £1.50. I've got 2 bags of carrots, a bag of white onions. I've got some red ones already. I've got a large cauliflower and 2 heads of broccoli. I'm thinking I might do some cauliflower and broccoli cheese. I've got some lettuces for the bunnies. I've got a swede. I've got some spring onions, a couple of cucumbers, some mixed leaves and some tomatoes, bananas, easy peelers, raspberries, strawberries and grapes, and a honeydew melon. Now we know my kids don't eat a great amount of fruit. They do eat all of the vegetables, but fruit not so much. And then non-food items, shampoos and conditioners are on 3 for 2. So I've got 1 shampoo and 2 conditioner, some toilet roll. I usually get a fairy because I do prefer I do think branded fairy liquid is better than non-branded, but ginger and spice pear seasonal edition, I thought we'd give it a go. This is exciting. This is how exciting my life is. Oh, seasonal washing up liquid. We'll have some of that. I've got some bleach. I've got some also Stacey Solomon range. I didn't realise she had her own range of, again, so exciting, toilet duck. Some washing liquid and one of the Ineos sprays. I do love this one. I've not had it for ages because I've been using the Christmas ones, but that's ran out. They don't do that in Sainsburys. I get that usually in Aldi or Home Bargains. So I got an Ineos, and that is everything I got from Sainsburys and Aldi. So I have a receipt for Sainsburys. I don't have a receipt for Aldi. Aldi, I use the self-scan and you have to press yes or no for a receipt. And I was so busy loading all of my shopping into a bag that I didn't ask for a receipt. So Aldi came to £22 and Sainsburys came to £228.86. Then it took off £3.20 for the 20% off of clothing, and that left a total to pay of £225.66. I then used £50 of my Nectar redemption, bringing it down to, where is it to? £175.66 on there.
I remember when I was shopping, you spent £99.
I know, 107. Riley's just coming from school. £175 plus £22. So rounding it up, we're at almost £200. However, add on one of the presents that was £8.50 will bring up what I got food wise, and that I use my Nectar to the £50 mark. So I still have my pyjamas and another present which was £12. So actually I spent under £200 on food shopping, around like £175, which is not too bad, I guess. And meals are, I've already said as I was showing the meat, but we're not actually going to have those burgers this evening because Reese has just left for work and he's not finishing until 10. So I've got 8 burgers. I'd rather do it on one of the nights that there is more of us in for dinner. So if I do it on a night that Reese and Bella are here, that makes us up to around 8. We've got burgers, chicken chow mein and pancake rolls. I do need to get the chicken bits though. We've got sausage casserole. We've got meatballs that are in the freezer already. We've got chicken salad bowls, which I think we'll have tonight. And can't remember, but plenty, enough meals, and that will do us for the week, hopefully, fingers crossed. But I think I'm easily doing between £800 and £1,000 a month on food shopping right now. And yeah, you just heard, even Riley's shocked by that. He's a teenage boy, he goes around with his head in the clouds. He has absolutely no idea about any of that sort of thing. But yeah, lots of money, lots and lots and lots of money. And I need to finish putting this away and on to the next job of the day. So thank you for watching. We will see you all very soon.